Thank you for having me here, and thank you, Chairwoman McCarthy, Ranking Member Platts, and all of the committee members. My name is Tony Geraci. I'm a chef. I'm the Food Service Director for the Baltimore City Public School System, and I'm here because my clients demand it. These are my clients behind me. I work for 85,000 kids, and these kids are sort of a living breathing testimony of like how a schoolhouse rock program works. These guys use the U.S. Constitution to create a cafeteria Bill of Rights that simply demanded to have real food, fresh food, every day. They went to the school board. They brought the then current school lunches and said, "You guys eat this," and nobody would eat them. And then they said, "So what is your expectation then that we should eat this stuff?" And because of that, the catalyst of change happened. I was hired, I was brought in, and you know, the real story here is our kids, all right? So we spend $174 billion with B dollars every year fighting type 2 diabetes in this country. I grew up in a generation where polio just about ravaged this planet. And we as a planet decided that we were going to do something about it, and we changed that, and we just about eradicated that. 1 in every 3 children born after the year 2000 will contract this disease. 1 in 2 African American or children of color will contract this disease. This is preventable. This is something that we can change. And the good news is we can change this. We will change this. And in Baltimore, we're doing some very specific things to change this. So we took this 33-acre abandoned orphanage that was founded by a slave in the 1880s, and we recreated it as the Great Kids Farm. As a chef, I know the single most powerful tool to teach children about food is to reconnect them with food, all right? So if you give a kid an opportunity to plant a seed and they walk down this long line of tomatoes that they've just grown, and they pluck a cherry tomato from a vine that's still warm from the summer sun, and they plop that in their mouth and that flavor explodes, that's a moment you can't teach in a book. It's a moment that can only be experienced, and it's also a moment that forever changes the way a kid looks at food. It's no longer a consumptive thing, all right? They learn so much more. They learn about stewardship. They learn about the connection of who we are to the earth, to the planet, to the place that we live, you know? And so our Great Kids Farm has been this great transformation tool to help our kids to understand about healthy eating. We've done some pretty innovative things this year in our menu mix. We're the first school district in the nation to offer meatless Mondays, right? You know, and look, I have an unholy love of pork, all right? So this is not about denying people meat. This is about beginning a conversation about alternatives, beginning a conversation about change, and also having an opportunity to expose our kids to different cultures. Look, you know, there are great, you know, plant-based menus in all cultures, you know. Meat was a luxury not too long ago, you know. So the kids like it. It's been a lot of fun. We also recognize that breakfast is the single most important meal of the day. And as a chef, I go to my pantry and I open the doors of my pantry and I look inside, and what I have are birds, right? I have ravens and orioles, right? So there's no sort of secret that like I created these Baltimore Raven purple breakfast boxes and you know, Baltimore Orioles orange breakfast boxes, and inside we have the lowest sugar cereals on the market, 100% juice, and a whole grain snack that's free of dyes and preservatives. And we do this, it's shelf stable, and we do this so our kids can have grab and go breakfast, breakfast in the classroom, second chance breakfast, you know. I also, on the inside of these boxes, 1 in 20 of these boxes has a little secret code, and there's a prize, right? And I know it's real Pavlovian the way we did this thing, because in the beginning they were tearing open the boxes looking for the prize, and those prizes are, you know, MP3 players, DVDs, Ravens tickets, Orioles tickets, roller skating passes, whatever swag I could pull together to make this thing work. But we went from serving 8,500 breakfasts a day to 35,000 breakfasts a day in less than 60 days. It works, all right? And, you know, and our kids have been, you know, powerful agents of change in Baltimore. And I'm not going to take much more time. I want to pass it over to Allison. She has a very compelling story, and I'm glad that we're here. But I think we all need to keep the focus on what this is about. It's about them. You know, this is an amazing place. I'm a first-generation American, and it is because of opportunity that we can provide with great nutrition for our kids that this country will continue to be great. Thank you.